Hey, is anyone out there? Please say something on the chat. I won't be surprised if no one's out here. Oh my God. By the way, this is a live stream makeup get ready with me and not one of my normal booktube videos. So for those who are expecting a real video, please be aware that, oh good, Cappuccino's here. Oh my gosh, you wouldn't believe what happened. I dropped my monitor trying to get ready and set everything up, and I did a stupid thing and I broke my monitor. So after freaking out for some time, I finally got an old monitor to work. So I thought, well, I got this far, might as well keep going. Well, other than breaking a monitor, I'm doing okay. Oh, yeah. Yep. It happens. It happens. Ay. Anyway, so I wanted to do a disclaimer at the beginning that this is not a real booktube video. It's a makeup chit-chat video because I know I actually lose a couple subscribers every time I do this, and I guess it's because either people don't want to see what's behind all the makeup of the Booktube Goddess, or they're expecting something else. So if you're watching this from the future, if I decide to actually keep this darn video because I'm a little flustered right now, that's the reason why. So it just could be you and me, Cappuccino. Yeah, I got something to work, so we'll see how it goes. Anyway, let's just get back to the makeup. I'm going to try to hopefully do a little better this time. Last time, if you know, my one wing was going like this and one wing was going like this. And I haven't drawn any lines again, but I'm just going to try. Actually, let's try. I'm going to try to draw some lines just as a guide. So when we go forward, it will hopefully something will work out. Oh, got some more chats. Hi, Lynette. If you haven't heard, I broke my monitor, so I'm on a secondary monitor now, and I'm a little flustered. Oh, great. Cappuccino has her bullet journal. So I hope everyone is doing okay. I'm just using some face paints to draw some preliminary lines. So this is an actual makeup. But can you hear me okay? I don't know if this microphone. You know, I was just editing a video the other day, and I'm coming to the conclusion that I am not very good with sound quality. Some of my videos just don't have great sound quality. And I don't know if you can see, but I have like a lot of skin around my eyes. I mean, I'm Asian, so that's part of it, but also I'm old. That's a big part of it. And one eye, I think this eye has a lot of skin going on, which is why I just cover everything with black. Kind of avoid that. So I want to... get an idea. So anyway, as I was saying, my sound quality on my videos, I think, is an issue. And I'm not really sure how to fix that, but I think I do too much in post trying to clean it up. And these eyebrows are lower than last week. I think they may be a little too low, but I'm not redoing the damn eyebrows. Oh boy. Is doing makeup relaxing or stressful? Once I get started, it's relaxing, but getting me motivated to get started is something else, which is kind of nice for these live streams because I know I'm scheduled and I need to get ready, so it sort of forces me not to procrastinate. I'm the great procrastinator. Yeah, the sound in the live streams aren't bad. It's just when I edit my videos for a real video, sometimes the sound just seems echoey or doesn't sound right. Yes, Lynette, let's talk about books. So I haven't been having a very good month with books. As you know, I did the last Ember and Ashes book, which was Something in the Sky. And it was a 3-star read. I rated it 3 stars on Goodreads. It wasn't I felt the series kept getting weak the more you came on, because I really enjoyed the first book, Ember and Ashes. But anyway, so I finally finished that. It was about a 3-star read I got. So then I started King of the Rising, which is the new Case and Calendar novel. And I am just not enjoying that at all. I just am a little over halfway through. And here's the issue with that novel. Like, it's a duology. And the first book was Queen of the Conquered. And the Queen of the Conquered was kind of an anti-hero novel about this Sigourney Rose, she's a Black woman that owns black slaves in the Caribbean in a fantasy genre. But this one is called King of the Rising, so it's a whole nother character. And the problem I'm having with the book is the structure of the plot, I think, because usually you have sort of a complication and things look bad, but then things kind of rise up before they go downhill. Well, in this novel, everything is downhill. It's like reading the book of Job. It's like one thing after another. And it's just not allowing me as a reader to have any ups, it's all downhill, it feels like. So I don't know about you guys, but I just don't want to read a book that's depressing, that's, just depressing all the time. I just need a little bit of hope. So I'm like on the verge of DNFing it. And I hate DNFing this book. And I know this shouldn't be a reason, but you want to support authors of color and trans author, and this author happens to be both. And I've enjoyed books by them in the past, but this one, I don't know. Okay. I know, I'm really upset about my monitor. And I just ordered a new one off Amazon. That's what I was doing, which should arrive Monday. And I have this little tiny monitor I use for work. But at least it works. To Be a Cat, which is about a 12-year-old boy who turns into a cat, by Matt Haig. Matt Haig, why is that name familiar? Well, I'm glad you're enjoying a book, Lynette. I'm jealous because this entire month, I don't even know I'm probably going to finish King of the Rising this month, but it's going to be it's going to be a close thing. And there's another book, that comedy book, comedy fantasy that I was really hoping to read. And maybe I'll just switch to that just to give me a break. Because, I don't know, I just want something fun to read that's quick. It's even close to being even. See, what I don't like is I don't have much room here to do a lot of color, which is why sometimes I put the eyebrow higher, but I think I'm just going to have to get over the fact that I need more room and just to keep the eyebrows high. Lynette, did you read that that I forgot the name of it, the dragon book? It's like the one about Heloise the Bard. I remember the character's name. Yes, Cappuccino. You need some hope. It just wears you down when the storyline is just all doom and gloom. Okay. Oh boy, this is. I'm actually enjoying this bigger mirror, because usually I do it on a smaller mirror, but this bigger mirror actually gives me a fuller look at my face rather than the smaller mirrors I've used. Okay. So I'm just going to powder this down. That's right. The powder is just so these lines won't move, because I'm going to go over it with cream. Yes, that's the book I'm talking about. The Part of the Dragon is Mostly True. You thought it was silly and fun. You know, maybe that's just what I'm into, Lynette, just something silly and fun. Okay, so go with good old Clown White. And feathers or cat hair or something on this brush. Okay. So I am really enjoying WandaVision on Disney Plus. Oh, did you see my videos? I don't know if you guys saw my videos, but one video released this week was on Daniel Green and did pretty well. I was kind of hoping he would retweet my video, because that's, which is really helpful. But I know he did watch the video, and he had a really nice comment under it, which I pinned. So at least I know that he saw it. And then the other video I did, I was so embarrassed that it was on a reaction for Loki, the Marvel villain, Thor villain. And I filmed it like several weeks ago. Wasn't my favorite video, but want to get them out. I wasn't sure when what I thought was a movie was going to come out, so I went ahead and released it on Thursday, and it turns out that it's not even a movie. It is a TV series on Disney Plus. So that was embarrassing. But speaking of which, I am really enjoying WandaVision on Disney Plus, and I thought I would do a video today on WandaVision. And speaking of Daniel Green, one of the reasons he said he doesn't want to consider himself a booktuber is so he has the flexibility to do other things on his channel other than just books. Which got me thinking, well, I do like doing these movie trailer reactions, and so far I'm just trying to be sticking to things that are book or even comic book related. But maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I should just do what I want to do on my channel. Even though has the word Booktube on it, Booktube Goddess, why not just do what I want to do? Why be constrained just to only talk about book stuff? But then again, maybe it's false advertising to people that subscribe to me if they don't really want to watch, or they're only expecting to do booktube related content. So I don't know. Just something I was thinking about. Oh boy. Laughter is great. I need more of it. You loved all the characters in the Mostly True book. One of the characters, a half dwarf, half halfling. I like that. Could be the All-Tube Goddess. Oh, hello, Emily Rose. The All-Tube Goddess. I like that too. So I'm going to. It's kind of a pain in the butt changing your channel name, though. It's one white eye. Oh, that looks great on the monitor. Okay. I don't want to sign Cappuccino. I don't want to sign up for Disney, but I'm also thinking of maybe dropping Netflix, and I would also be able to watch Star Trek series that is on CBS Access. One of the funny things about people that cord cut, that don't have any type of cable or dish or anything, one of the reasons was the cost, because you could cut your cord and just go completely with your internet as your media provider, because it is so much cheaper than Comcast or DirecTV and all that stuff. But now it's like everyone's trying to get a piece of the pie. And suddenly it's very expensive if you want to have, well, Amazon Prime is pretty good because there's a lot more benefits than just the Amazon Prime channels. But with Hulu and Disney Plus and Netflix, which has gotten really expensive, and CBS, and I think NBC has their Peacock channel. If you want, I mean, you could end up paying as much or more with these subscription channels as you could getting Comcast or the regular stuff. So I don't know. First world problems. But I have been watching Disney a lot. Not a lot, but I feel like I'm getting, for the price, I feel like I'm getting the value for the cost. Okie doke. Blue Black is back. Hey, Blue Black. Doesn't matter. It was still a trailer. Yeah. For my low-key trailer. It was still a trailer, even though I was saying it was a movie. But I kind of got read, not seriously read, but in the comments of the video, it's like, this is not a movie. Blue Black. Autistic reader, just logging into work, so can't watch. Oh, thank you. Thank you just for saying hi. I really appreciate that. Have a great weekend yourself. I broke my monitor, which is why I was so late coming in. Other booktubers talk about movies. Yeah, that's true. I mean, if you just, well, book. I was just saying, if you just think of the tube, a booktube, could be any medium. Oh, boy. Oh, geez, I just stuck myself in my eye twice. Yeah, for those of you who don't know, sitting up this morning, I broke my monitor, freaked out for some time, ordered a new monitor, and then realized I have an older monitor that I use for work that I can use just at least to log in. Which is what I'm doing. Okay. Are we caught up? Yeah. So today, I wanted to just do a video on WandaVision. I really like that show. And then I wanted to do I need to do a Shelve It or Shove It. If you didn't know, I do my videos. I try to do my videos in advance. I really liked how I did my nose last week. I don't think I did such a great job this time. Okay, should I powder this? I think I'm going to lightly powder this white. I didn't do that last week and it got a little gummy, a little soupy. Oh, and I didn't put down, okay. So I'm going to lightly powder my eyes. I'm going to lay down setting powder. I'm going to cut. Yeah, now I'm fully caked up. Oh, Blue Black, let's Shelve It or Shove It. Yeah, I like doing that. Yay, Cappuccino likes Shelve It or Shove It. Lynette subscribes to 4 subscription channels. It is still cheaper than what you pay for cable. Okay, so that's good to know. Blue Black unsubscribed from Netflix. I still have Netflix because there's still some things I like. But yeah, I wish they would have more movies. I mean, other than the thing to subscribe to Netflix for is their original content, but I don't, for the price, I don't know. Like I like the Umbrella Academy, kind of liked Sabrina. I've been watching their new series Bridgerton, which is, kind of fun. It's okay. So let's see, color wise. I'm thinking about trying to do two colors, sort of a purple, no, maybe a blue and a purple with the pink crease, or maybe a pink and a purple. What goes together, pink and purple or blue and purple? Yeah. Let's see. I think I'm going to do pink and purple. I didn't even know if it was based on books, Bridgerton. The interesting thing about Bridgerton is it's a mix. I mean, it's a Jane Austen ripoff, that type of story. And what is that? The trope about, I don't even know if it's a trope, but two people pretending like they're not in love for some reason, and then they end up falling in love. That's the storyline. Anyway, the interesting thing about that is the mix of people of color and Caucasians in the same sort of, I guess, Edwardian. Is that the time period, sort of, not Elizabethan, but with the embassy clothes? Anyway, the Jane Austen period. And they eventually explain it, that the king fell in love with a woman of color, which sort of rose the prospects of all people of color in society, and they became, lords and ladies and duchesses. And yeah, this brow is too low because I'm not going to be able to really fade up. Well, let's bring it over a little bit more. But it's kind of fun. It's very adult, by the way. Yeah, it's fake dating. Yeah. The Mostly True book. It's the first book in but it's really a standalone story. It does not have, okay, well, some series have a story arc where the author plots out a storyline amongst 3 books or 4 books, or Lord forbid, 14 books like Wheel of Time. But some books are just set in the same world, and maybe there's references or builds off the prior book, but they are like standalone books. And that brings to mind Robin Hobb's Elderling series. They're not standalone books, but they're standalone trilogies, and I love trilogies. So you can read one trilogy without really reading the others, or you can skip around kind of, even though there is sort of a sequence of events in the timeline in her Realm of the Elderling series, but they're contained. Each storyline is contained in those trilogies. Blue Black, I even ordered Shove It because Oh, really? You know, there's room for disagreement. Some of my shove-its, yeah, I like the Umbrella Academy. I don't know if there's kind of diversity in the books. I think it was something some people are getting worked up about. Really? Well, it works in the Netflix series, so. Does that look good? Sort of pink to purple. Anyway, getting back to Shelve It or Shove It. I think the worst cover I ever saw, and I made a big deal about it in my video, is the Riverman's Daughter or something. I thought it was a horrible cover, but someone was like, I actually like that cover. So. Try to blend this. That kind of looks good, huh? And I guess I should do the bottom too. I'm getting glossed in my makeup again. But in reality, cappuccino, but in reality, there are people of color in Europe for a very long time. True. There are people of color in the US during the war. True. Yeah, we do whitewash things. Yep. Wilma Fingerdew! Oh my God. Wilma Fingerdew is a fantastic drag artist who does reviews of RuPaul Drag Race. I am shocked that Wilma is in the house. Cappuccino. Hey, gagging. Gagging for I've watched your videos. I have. Yes, it's a Jeffree Star palette. Don't come for me. Wilma. Oh my goodness. Now I'm self-conscious. So I've had this Jeffree Star palette for well over a year, and it was actually a gift when I was just starting my channel from why isn't the pink sticking to this side? It's stuck to this side. I don't know. But you know, I only do videos for YouTube, so you know, I only use it once a week at the most. But it's lasted quite some time. As you can see, the colors. Of course, the greens are green screened out, but the greens I haven't used. I haven't used this peach colored much, but I've used a lot of the Jawbreaker, which is a highlighter, which is really my only highlighter, and the pinks and the purples and the blues. So look at this brush. Oh my gosh. Oh, Lynette did the Ship of Magic. Did you do the Assassin trilogy first? Hope so. Thank you, Wilma. You are so much better at makeup than me. I don't know why you'd want to watch me, but thank you. Thank you, Gagging. It was Edward Lorne. Yes. Oh my gosh, Lynette, you have such a great memory. Yeah, The Boatman's Daughter. Ugly cover for me, but someone likes it. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Wilma. Yeah. The thing is, I just don't have much space to film. So green screen just sort of works for me. Oh, I just went wild with this purple. Sheesh. Oh, well. Oh, what did I do with my... And as I was saying, at a certain age, you just have a lot of folds and skin. So I'm just trying to hide it all with black. Okay, so let's start. Well, let's cut the crease. Let's cut the crease. How about that? Oh, thank you, Wilma. Really good at green screen. Thank you. You know what? I just have fun editing. And I know it's not for everyone. But when I started, I really wanted to do like magic effects and that type of thing, which I've been doing. But excuse me if I'm a little silent. Oh, I don't see my lines. I laid down some black lines under this makeup. Now I can't see them. But anyway, so I really wanted to do a green screen from the start. So I started with a pop-up green screen. But that was really hard to use because I've spent so much time setting up that pop-up green screen that I finally bought. This is one of those ones that are like a those old not monitor, but those old screens like to watch slides that you just pull up and down. And it's really been helpful. Okay. So I don't know why I've been obsessed with trying to color this white crease. Because sometimes, usually it doesn't work, but I try it anyway. But I'm wondering if I should just leave it like this. Okay, what are people saying? Aging is so fun. Yes, please, more and more sarcasm. Editing can be fun. Thank you, Gagging. Oh, you love the Assassin trilogy. The thing about the Realm of the Elderlings is the Assassin's trilogy was written so long ago. And I don't think it was, I have a feeling that the whole storyline wasn't really fleshed out when Robin Hobb wrote it. But it's just a lesson in world building, I think. Because she kept building up and up, like the live ship traders, I just think has such a neat storyline. And I wonder how much she had planned in her world. I guess it wouldn't surprise me that she planned, or she did a lot of the world building. But how's that look? But the stories just get more and more in detail the further you get into those realm books. Yeah, Tawny Man's one of the best trilogies. Wilma has been struggling with crease color, which is ironic because crease color is my drag queen name in high school. Wilma! The Vivian does some great makeup with bright colors on her lids that have been inspiring me lately. Yeah. Should I try? Okay, I'm going to try some blue. I think that would be a good contrast to the pink and... Okay. Let's try it. It's going to stamp. Some light blue. Of course, once the lashes are on, half the time you can't even see all this detail, which is wonderful. Okay, now I'm going to put some white here and then try to blend it up so the blue kind of variegates. Is that a word? Kind of fades down. Okay, let's see if this will work. I'm trying to get the blue to fade into the white on this crease. Kind of does. No? I'm Cappuccino. Are you watching this year's UK Drag Race? There's some interesting queens. I love the Lemon. What's her name? Something Lemon. She dresses in yellow, but she is hilarious. Yes. Yes. Funny you should ask. Last week I had shown this. Oh, where'd it go? The Storybook palette. It's called Storybook Cosmetics, and they do palettes based on books. And I have the Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, which I used last week somewhere. And they're pretty good quality. They're very expensive, but the Charlie and the Chocolate Factory palette's on sale. At least it was on sale for $15, which wasn't bad, but it had $9 shipping and handling, so it wasn't as good of a deal as I thought. But still, I really shouldn't buy makeup because I have so much of it already. Except, if I run out of an essential like eyeliner or something, I'm almost out of my clown white. Look at this. This is almost a year of use of clown white. Okay, so do you watch any beauty gurus? Yes, I watch a lot of beauty gurus. I watch Wilma Fingerdew for one. And I watch Nadi, Nadi, who is the one that did a storybook cosmetic. What do you do? Actually, it wasn't a book. I think it was Starry Night by Van Gogh, a palette based on that. But it was still in a book format. And I watch drag queens. I like watching drag queen tutorials because regular beauty guru makeup doesn't translate that great to drag, as you can see. Ginny Lemon, thank you, Wilma. Ginny Lemon is fantastic. If you've not been watching the early season or current season, out of the loop. Well, it's just started Cappuccino. I started 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, which is, I just don't understand why they are releasing, because the US version just started. So I just don't get why they're releasing a series in the middle of a series. It makes no sense not to at least put them back to back. I mean, Wilma Fingerdew does reviews of Drag Race, so I'm sure, Wilma, you're going crazy trying to keep up with these seasons being released so close together. It's ridiculous. Anyway, so the UK version is released on Thursday, and the US version is released on Fridays, at least for me. Okay, we're going to start doing, I'm using my Inglot eyeliner with a little brush, and I'm going to try to start doing the thing that messes me up all the time, the black eyeliner. Let's catch up on. Let's review today. You're exhausted. See, Wilma? I really like the UK version. I think I'm enjoying that more than the US version. I don't know why, though. Okay, let's see if this side will look remotely like the other side. But I think, like I said last week, my eyes aren't symmetrical, and there's a lot more folded skin on this eye. So no matter what I do, I'd love to have my makeup done by a real drag artist to see how they deal with older skin, if they do. like I know RuPaul has her makeup done by Raven, which is another drag queen from RuPaul. I guess you could call her an alumni. But I think RuPaul looks fantastic. And RuPaul is older than me. But of course, no shade to her. She probably has fillers and that type of thing that makes it easier to apply makeup. But still, they're not even. You know, I just think I'm going to have to live with it because my face just isn't even. Well, hold on. If I bring this up a little. That's better. And I think I'm going to do catch up. Oh. I'm filming. Okay, so we're caught up. I love the UK version. There's a different sense of humor in the UK than there is in the US version. And the US version, or the UK version, I don't think they really do much lip syncing on the UK. So the UK, if you're into lip syncs, doesn't have the greatest lip syncs, but they're hilarious because of their sense of humor, in my opinion. Wilma probably has a different opinion. Okay. Oh boy. Did I just mess it up? Okay, that's what I want. And yeah, cappuccino, I agree with that. And I think they're nicer. I think the UK isn't quite as cutthroat. At least last season. This season just started, so who knows? There is one shady queen in the UK version this season, but we'll see if it's any comparison for what we've had in the US versions. Okay, I'm just going to fill it in. We'll hope for the best. Oh. Yep. Okay. Like I've said before, I apologize if I'm not speaking a lot, and this is literally watching paint dry. So. And I'm just painting my eyelashes just a little bit because I don't like using mascara. because mascara is just so gummy, and I don't really, since I use false eyelashes, I don't really care about my natural lashes, just as long as they aren't dusty. Mascara just seems to take forever to get out, at least for me. And I see so many mistakes. See, there's like a little smudge here. But a lot of times I'm like semi-stressed out over it. Not really stressed out, but I'm like, oh, this makeup. But then on camera, it's like, well, you don't really even see it. So why was I even bothering? So this is a full eye dad opposed to the outline here. Okay. Cappuccino, do you read any comics or graphic novels? I have read comics and graphic novels, but it's not my go-to thing, and it's probably been over a decade since I've picked up one. I used to be a big comic book. I don't even know if I'm a collector, but there are some titles I had to have back in the day. Lynette, there are just so many drag races: Holland, Canada, Thailand. I would certainly like the UK one. Yeah, I haven't seen the whole season of Thailand. I have seen Holland. It's kind of, I hate to be so egocentric, but it's easier if they speak English. So Canada, UK, and the US versions I enjoy more than just reading subtitles. Because here's the thing about subtitles, is that I don't want to miss what's going on in the action. And if I'm busy reading, I might miss something, or if I'm watching, I won't read the subtitles. So anyway. Defender, a sci-fi story with AI and giant robots. It is really fun and beautiful. It is colored in watercolor. Ooh, that's unusual. Usually it's all ink. My favorite comic book is The Sandman, which I think they're making, I've heard like rumors they're making it into a movie. The rumors have been around for 20 years that they're going to do a Sandman movie. But I think they're more serious now. But I got the very first Sandman comic book. By the way, the author is Neil Gaiman. I'm sure you've probably heard of him. Before he was a novelist, he was a comic book writer. And I believe his first comic book was Sandman. Which there's the premise behind Sandman is, I guess you could call him, you wouldn't call him a superhero, but he's more like a force of nature. It's like everything, or reality is controlled by these entities, or overseen or guided by these entities known as the Endless. And Sandman was one of the Endless, and his real name was Dream. And each of the Endless, their names started with a D. There's like Destiny, Death, Desire, Dream. And then there's one called Delirium, but she used to be called Delight. So something happened in the past that that drove her mad. So there's no more delight in the world. There's only delirium. And then I think there was one called Destruction. He was like the avatar of war, I think. Anyway, I also heard that there's an audiobook version of Sandman that is doing very well on Audible. But anyway, if you get those early comic books, I believe they're collected as a graphic novel. And you'll understand why Neil Gaiman got such a big reputation even before he started writing. Oh, this looks sloppy. How's this look? I feel like this, if my eyebrows were higher, I could have done the crease higher and more rounded, but I don't know, it's not bad. Okay. Cinder, Coraline, Neil Gaiman's one of my favorite movie adaptations. I love Coraline. Sam, the original Gothic story by E.T.A. Hoffman is one of my favorite short stories. I don't know if I've read that. Coraline is great. Oh, Dark Between Pages. What are you doing here? Hi. I haven't listened to any audiobook by Gaiman. Okay, I'm going to try to clean up the edges. So I'm going to come down to this lower mirror so you may just see the top of my head. Yes, we're watching paint dry. And for those who don't know, I started this late because I dropped my monitor setting things up and I broke it. So I'm using a secondary monitor now. Hey, how's that look? Okay, I'm going to use some black eyeshadow to try to get this. I know my microphone's here, so I'm probably giving you all a lot of thumping noises. Oh. This is my other Jeffree Star palette, which I got when I was starting as well. And it's really my only source of really good black eyeshadow. So I've almost hit the pan. But I'm told is it ColourPop or Sugar Pill? One of those has a really good black eyeshadow and white eyeshadow. So I just may get single pans of those when I run out of this stuff. Okay. Oh, Wilma. Bye, Wilma. Thank you. Thank you for even showing up. I am so shocked you even showed up for a little bit. Thank you. Wilma is the funniest reviewer of Drag Race, if you want to look her up. So, Gagging, you seem to be a connoisseur of eyeshadows. Okay, so I'm going to attempt to draw a bottom line. try to do something different, have it dip down a little. Wow. Trying to do it so that this isn't covering you, covering me. There. How's that look? Oh, Lynette's, because I have a hearing problem. I'm so good at reading subtitles that I don't miss any action. I have a video. Maybe you saw it. When this palette came out, the reason actually I got it is because, of course, I wanted the views, but I wanted to do a review of one of Shane's books while I was doing makeup with Shane's palette. And it was a book of essays. I forget which one it was. And it was okay. It wasn't, as far as essays go, my favorite essayist is probably Fran Lebowitz. If you look up Social Studies by Fran Lebowitz, hilarious. And she has such a distinct voice. So the problem with essay, which is a lot of what these YouTubers do, are these essay books, or books of essays, is you really need to be talented at telling funny stories. You know, and some are more successful than others. Or just having a engaging personality come across the pages, which is harder than it sounds. Oh boy, that was a mistake. I just wanted a white highlight. Okay, well, try to clean that up later. You know, Joan Rivers is pretty good at doing essay type books. And during the 70s, there was an American housewife named Emily Bombeck. She was a very successful essayist. And I thought she was funny. Oh. Well, I messed up in the same place on this side, so at least they're even. Okay, so how am I going to fix this? Lynette thinks I'm looking great. Thank you. Dr. Shu needs to be very... The terrains. You're talking about essays. Entertaining, yes. Do you watch Wendy Williams? My husband watches a lot of Wendy Williams. I don't watch a lot of Wendy Williams. But yeah, she is funny in sort of a train wreck kind of way. I hope she's okay. Isn't she like going through stuff? Where's the purple? Is this my purple brush? I just wanted to. Okay, I think I'm going to not touch. Well, no, there's one more thing I have to do with my eyes. I was going to say, I'm done with the eyes. I don't want to look at them anymore, but I just want to do a little point in the corner. Oh, boy. Okay. Yeah, I've been doing these things where I like connect the lower and the bottom, but I'm just going to try to just do a little tiny point today. Oops, sorry. That's it. Okay. How are we doing? Wendy Williams, yes. Yes, I'm going to film. I'm trying to film. Well, one thing I want to film is Shove It or Shove It for next month. I film videos, weeks in advance because it takes me time to edit, yada, yada, yada. So I want to do the Shove It or Shove It. And I also kind of want to do a video on WandaVision because I've really been enjoying that series. And I was just talking earlier, I know it's not really book related. Well, I guess comic book related, but it's my channel. Why not just do something I enjoy? Okay. No, Shove It or Shove It? Our WandaVision. Okay. Okay, need to start contouring a little deeper. This is the other thing I'm not great at is contour. Never know. Either I feel like I do too much or I don't do enough. Now I feel like I'm doing too much. And yes, I do this contouring under my chin to hopefully make my face look a little smaller and a little. I'm doing this with the wrong brush, but let's do it. And I think I like my nose contour. I did a better job last week. I'm just going to try to. Okay. So it's probably too dark. Let's try to lighten it up. Okay. My nose looks snatched. I think I need to tone it down. Let's see. Let's try. That's okay. And where's that tool? So here's that makeup brush. I have no idea what it's for, but I use it to do my nose. Okay. And I think I want some blush. Yep, this is watching paint dry. Sorry. Okay. Oh, and I have to deal with these eyebrows. Once again, these are fake tattooed eyebrows because I am so terrible at putting eyebrows on. Oh, I wish I told that to Wilma Fingerdale because she's really good at drawing eyebrows. But I'm going to. Okay, I'm going to try to avoid using this black liner because it sort of makes these eyebrows look crazy, but the brown isn't cutting it. See, this is one of the things where it looks good in the mirror, but when I film it, I can really see these lines I draw, and I don't know if I like it or not. But of course, the saving grace is I wear mostly wigs with bangs because I don't like, unlike most drag queens, I don't like lace fronts because you have to glue them down. And plus, when you use a lace front, the wigs usually go like here. So you have to either really shave out your sideburns or glue them down. So it's just like a whole nother step. And since I like filming a couple videos in a day, I don't want to like have to remove all this glue and redo the makeup or touch it up. Or I could just wear the wig the entire time. Maybe if I stamp this with black, that won't make these lines look so harsh. Oh, thank you for coming, Dark Between the Pages. Well, thank you for watching even a few minutes. Really appreciate it. Spend time with your boys. Oh, Cappuccino, what inspired me to do drag? Well, I've always loved, even before there was such a thing as Drag Race, I've always loved going to drag shows, and me and my husband would always go out and drag on like Halloweens and stuff like that. So it's always been sort of like a secret secret desire to be a drag queen. But I know I'm not going to go out and do lip sync shows and all that stuff. So I had this idea, well, what is a drag queen? A drag queen is an entertainer. So what if I entertain people by talking about books? That's just another form of entertainment. And if I do it in drag, I'll actually be a drag queen who reviews books or talks about books. So why not? Okay, so such a long process. Okay, I'm going to do lips. Oh, I wish Wilma was still here. I wanted to get advice on how to do lips. Because you would think lips would be easy. And if you're just putting on lipstick over your lips, it would be easy. But what I'm doing is I'm overdrawing my lips. So, let's see. I always get the curve either too close to my bow or so I'd like it to be high. Let's try drawing a dot. They even? I think it's good enough. Okay, so do I want... This is Gerard Cosmetics. Trying to decide if I want pink or red. If it's too much pink, let's just go with this red. Because I have it in my hands. Okie doke. Oh, Cappuccino, thank you. Great idea to combine the two, drag and Booktube. And I think I'm the only one that does it. So I have a corner on the market. Okay, I'm going to, as you can see, the outline of my lips is still a little jagged because I have a beard. And I describe this as drawing on sandpaper with the crayon. So I have to smooth it out. So of course, as I'm doing my lips, I can't talk much, but I'm not pleased with like one outside of the line on some of them. So I'm going to attempt to cover it up. A little bit of, I use TV paint sticks. I was trying to get into liquid foundation, but I haven't found one that works as a green screen because this Maybelline one I got makes my face gray on a green screen. Okay. Do I need to powder that? I probably should. There's do you see a dark? Ah. Mm. It's just, as my drag icon Jackie Beat would say, there's just so many traps that you can fall in while doing makeup and drag. Okay, I'm going to use a little bit of clown white to lighten up the inside. Okay, lips are done. Okay, and I don't really use much highlighter, but I'll put a little bit on. Okay, time for lashes. If you can't tell, I'm actually getting pretty tired, which is how I am at the end of all these drag videos. Okay. Too tight Lautrec. Too tight Lautrec. I'm going to have to look that one up. Oh my gosh. If I find out I'm not the #1 drag queen booktube, if I find out I'm not the #1 drag queen booktuber on YouTube, I'm going to have to change my whole look on life. Oh, you know what I need? I need to, see, it's always something. I need to put white back under my brow. See, that's why I was saying I don't have enough space. Why my brow should be just a little bit higher. I just need to find that happy medium. It's really not giving me much place and much room to highlight over under my brow. This side's higher. How'd that happen? Okay, let's get some white. And then try to blend that with a little purple. Where's my purple brush? Is that it? I think that was it. Okay. Not talking now because I just want to hurry. I want to finish. Okay. Enough. Eyelashes. I need to look that up. Yay, I'm still number one. So I liked the eyelashes I did last time. So I'm going to try to repeat that. I actually had 2 upper sets. Wait a minute. Is this what I used? No, this is what I used. Okay. Oh, great. These eyelashes are still, I used 2 sets and they're still stuck together, so I don't have to glue them on individually. So the eyelashes, for whatever reason, transform the whole look. So, start with the bottom lashes. Trying to clean up the lashes before I put them back because these are reused from last week. Yeah. Without destroying the lashes. Okay. Ooh. Okay. Yep, I'm almost done, folks. Oh, did I do this wrong? Sorry, I'm going to have to lean down. I thought I could do this fast. Oh. I messed up. And I know the bottoms look a little crazy now, but hopefully the lashes are going to cover all that up once I put these on. Oh boy. That looked terrible. No, we're just going to go with it. We're just going to go with it. And number 2. Why do these look so different? Did I put the wrong lashes on? Why does this side look so much better? Okay. I think I was supposed to use these. Let me pull this off. It's just one thing after another. Okay. Is that better? God, they're so low. They really should have been lifted up. Not going to worry about it. Not going to worry about it. Let's go to the uppers. The other thing about these drag looks is you can just become obsessed over trying to make everything perfect. And that's what I was saying. These lashes like cover up a lot of the work you do on the crease and whatnot. So why do we spend so much time doing it? I don't know. Okay. So that's its look. Okay, let's catch up. Okay, you guys are talking about Korean novels. What's this? Try your vegetarian. Oh, are we talking about food now? Cappuccino says, unsure of weird and experimental literary styles, afraid it will all go over my head. Well, either you like it or you don't. Like if you read James Joyce or David Foster Wallace, or these on the who wrote On the Road? I'd say Kinsey. Is that right? Keys. Anyway, experimental writing, and don't forget, Virginia Woolf was an experimental writer. Why does this eyelash look like it's out so much? Well, it's there. It's there. It is there. Okay, throwing on a quick look. I grabbed my pink wig today. And what else did I grab? Let me wipe down my hands. Doesn't the wig and the eyelashes just change everything? Don't know if I really need a necklace. So it's just going to do a scarf. Actually, I'm not going to put this on. Let's just. Put on some earrings. Stretchy gloves to cover my hairy arms because I am not shaving my arms for Booktube. Sorry about that. Oh man, I really need to cut my fingernails. Holy smokes. And I was just going to throw on a lovely little scarf. And just like that, oh, do I have a ring? I guess I don't. Anyway, just like that, we have transformed into the Booktube Goddess. So you can see the makeup is this with our pink and purple, upper and lower. And stay up there. And thank you again for joining me. Let's look at these messages. Emily Rose, amazing. Thank you. Roseanne, thank you. Looking fabulous. Moby Dick. I liked Moby Dick. They call me Ishmael. Blue Black, thank you. Cappuccino, thank you. Whoop. So I guess I will be doing some videos today. Like I said, I'm filming Shelve It or Shove It, and I kind of want to do something on Disney Plus's WandaVision. Oh, look at that. These long fingernails, I tore my glove. These are just nylons. They aren't cloth gloves. Anyway, you don't want to hear that. You want to relax for the rest of the day. Again, thank you for watching. How long has this lasted? I don't even know. But I think I actually do like this look. I think this is my favorite look I've done in the live streams. And that's in spite of the fact that I had a disaster getting started because I broke my monitor because of my own stupidity. Okay, thank you guys. I think I'm going to end it here, and enjoy the rest of the day, and may all the books you read be blessed. End transmission. Now.